What's up, folks? Welcome to another episode of Woods and Waters of Kentucky. We're out in the shop here tonight. I was trying to think about what I wanted to talk about, and I was going through my safe, trying to make a decision as to what video I wanted to try to put out. And I've been doing a lot of YouTube shorts on different things, and one that I had done was on this. This is a double barrel muzzle loading shotgun, 12 gauge. And to be honest with you, I really don't know what brand this beautiful double barrel is. I just know it belonged to my father, and it's obviously the old school side lock muzzleloader that takes the percussion caps. Got two separate hammers that go with two separate triggers. And if I remember correctly, one of the barrels on here is full choke, and the other one is extra full or super full. It's a little bit tighter than the other. I don't think it's a modified and a full. I'm pretty sure it's full and extra full. Something like that. Full and whatever's tighter than full, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure. I want to show you all these markings on here. Maybe somebody in the comments can tell me what it is I'm dealing with here. Once again, if anybody can tell me the brand name of this double barrel, that'd be great. And if anybody can tell me what these markings on here mean. I'm seeing a BN and a PN with some kind of symbols. And it's got it on both sides, on both barrels. Anyway, if I could get some more information on this double barrel in the comments, because literally all I know is that it is a 12 gauge. And I don't think one of the barrels is modified. Like I say, I think it's like full choke and then extra full. I know it was definitely a squirrel getter. My old man, he bagged a lot of squirrels with this muzzleloader. And I remember plainly, he and I had an opportunity to get a double one day, but I think I shot and missed, and I'm talking about turkeys, by the way. He ended up getting a Jake. We had some Jakes come in. There was 2 or 3 of them, and this was his shotgun, and I was using this one right here. This is the one that I started out with turkey hunting right here. And I'm pretty sure I was the first one to shoot, and I missed, and then he ended up getting a shot off before they ran off. I really wished I could have got that bird, because then we would have had some pretty cool pictures to take, you know, of a double, but it just wasn't meant to be. But yeah, just an excellent muzzleloader. Great for squirrel hunting and turkey hunting. If you're hunting in the Pioneer Weapons area here in the state of Kentucky, which is, it's eastern Kentucky, Daniel Boone National Forest. If nobody's ever heard of it before, just look it up. It's primitive weapons only. You can't even use an inline there. It has to be a side lock, like these here. So anyway, moving on. Let's move on to the next one. try to keep this short and to the point. But yeah, guys, any information y'all can give me on this would be super great, because I don't really know a lot about them. But moving on to the next one here. So this muzzleloader is one of a kind. There we go. I think I got it fixed. Like I was saying, this muzzleloader, it's a muzzleloading shotgun, 12 gauge, and it's one of a kind. I'm not sure what kind of wood this was carved out of. I really can't remember. I know a certain individual would probably know. And I would say some of you viewers could probably take a pretty good guess. But this stock was hand carved out of a block of wood with hand tools, you know, hand carving tools. And the mechanical parts were ordered out of a black powder catalog. Don't really know what brand the parts are. It's just, you know, kind of a Frankenstein deal. However, the barrel on here is a Stevens Model 79 single shot 12 gauge shotgun that was made to shoot 2 3/4 and 3-inch shells. And I actually harvested my first turkey with this gun. I've killed several turkeys growing up. Excuse me. It's been a while since I've harvested a bird, but I've killed several throughout the years. But my first one was with this, and probably my most memorable one, honestly. I was with a really good friend who's no longer with us when I got it, and it's just one of those memories that you don't never forget. And you know, the whole process of building this muzzleloader, I remember going out to our friend's house, to his woodworking shop over the winter months, and we'd go out there and we'd work out in his shop for a couple hours, a night here, a night there. And you know, leading up to spring, before turkey season come in, we finally got it done right before turkey season came in. Everything all kind of came together at the last minute, and we patterned it and we shot it several times and kind of figured out the best way to load it. And I've mentioned that in a similar video. It's actually a squirrel hunting video that I used this muzzleloader in, and I explained how I load it, or how we felt was the best way to load it with what we, you know, the materials that we had. Great squirrel gun, and at its range up to about 40 yards, it's a really good turkey gun. But 40 yards is about the max for it. But we're going to move on to one more, and we're going to get this wrapped up. So this is the last one I got to talk about tonight. This muzzleloader has intrigued me for several years, mainly because I've never shot it, never hunted with it, never done anything with it. It's just set in a safe. And I've been very intrigued to shoot it. I need to clean it up, obviously. But it is a CVA, Connecticut Valley Arms, made in Spain, black powder only, 12 gauge, gobbler. That's what it says on here. I want to show you all this. If anybody can tell me anything about these instructions here, because I don't know what the 700 KP or the R2, I don't know what any of that represents. None whatsoever. But like I say, obviously I need to clean this thing. I don't know why it's as dirty as it is. It's been in the safe, and I've always tried to throw a little oil on it from time to time, but these old muzzle loaders, man, they tend to get rusty if you don't really stay on top of oiling them regularly. And another thing that really intrigues me about this muzzle loader is the thickness of this barrel. It don't feel like it's very tight. To me, it feels like it's full choke at the very best, but almost more modified. With this barrel being so thick, I really think I could take it and get some screw-in chokes, or get it threaded and get it made to where it will accept screw-in chokes. That's what I'd really like to do. It's just one of those deals where I haven't done it, and I need to. Well, guys, that's all I got for tonight. I just wanted to talk about these muzzleloading shotguns. This one here has been a real squirrel getter, and I know for a fact I've gotten 2 turkeys with it over the years. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the black powder. Just a little update on my hand. Everything's going good. I'm gonna show it to y'all real quick. So there's my incision from my second surgery. But all the incision from the first surgery has healed up nicely. And just waiting on that last layer of dead skin to peel off on the tip, and it feels like it could go at any moment. It just feels like a hard outer eggshell crust. It feels like it could just pop off at any second, but I'm not rushing it. I start physical therapy tomorrow. Hopefully I'll get to where I can bend it, because I literally can't. This is about all I can do. I cannot bend that thumb to save my life. But ended up having to have a permanent screw in it. There's really no good way for me to hold this phone. But that permanent screw it goes from this knuckle to this knuckle. It's all through this section of the thumb. It's a permanent screw, about 1 inch long, and it'll be there for the rest of my life. I just cannot. They told me I got a lot of physical therapy to go through, but they expect me to get full range of motion out of it for the most part. So I was happy to hear that, and this is basically just a big old blood blister, and it'll come off and it'll look normal. It'll match, because the whole thumb looked like this. All the way down to the base looked like the tip here. And the reason why that tip is so black is because they had to put 2 temporary pins in my thumb to keep it held straight. That way it could not move any at all. And they put the pins in it, wrapped it with a hard cast, and then eventually ended up taking the hard cast off and giving me this brace here, which I still have to wear for a little bit longer. But you know, they pulled the pins out a few weeks ago, and a lot of that dead skin is just peeling away, or has already peeled away, I should say. But yeah, just give it some more time, giving it plenty of time, and then I'll be able to pull that bow back and really be able to fish and all that good stuff too. So that's where we're at. That's why we keep making doing all these gun reviews, and I greatly appreciate y'all tuning in and watching. Subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate it. But anyway, that's it. Peace.